With each passing Passover Seder, I've started to feel more and more like a traitor. As I tell my kids about the freedom we're displaying through the wine and the stories and the praying, I'm not sure I believe what my own mouth is saying. And it's not because the matzah isn't savory or because I'm lacking examples of Jewish pride or bravery, but it's that I can't quite embrace with a straight face that we ever left slavery. Okay, so no more forced servitude, abject poverty, or rationing food, or getting whipped for a disrespectful attitude. In that sense, we are no longer slaves. But free? F-R-E-E? Would anyone here not agree that I am very far from being the complete master of me? Tell me I've gone off the deep end, but if I'm free, how come I respond to my boss's text at 3 a.m. on a weekend? I have been chained to corporate ladders, made to think that nothing else matters, selling my best years for those coveted careers. At least all that money buys freedom, everyone knows, but tell me where that extra income goes, if not to the slavish pursuit of possessions and clothes. Constantly aware of what I lack, no longer content with the shirt on my back, unless it's got a logo of a man playing polo. Do we have any idea what freedom means when society's adults, children, and teens spend a third of our lives on our screens? With likes and thumbs replacing hugs, releasing endorphins in our brains like drugs. And while we mindlessly scroll through our news feed, social media records what we read and sells our data to companies to convince us of what we need, having perfected and designed ways to influence the mind, hoping we don't realize we're being anchored and primed. Our desires are shackled on every side by chains of fast food and retail, and by the slave drivers of social media and email. So please forgive me if I don't believe it, that we are free just because we left Egypt. Unless the Haggadah was right, but we just didn't read it. And the truth is there, but until recent, it's been treated like a secret. That Passover was never meant to be a memory of a once-off event, and now that we're free, we can remain content? No, Egypt is now and here, and it's something we are living through again every year. See, slavery isn't something you just leave. It's in our culture, our minds, and the air we breathe. And freedom is not something that starts with exactness. It only comes with constant practice. That is why we don't just talk, we reenact this. The whining, the dining, and the reclining is not just a ritual, it's redefining, reminding us that there is always another hill that needs climbing, always another perspective that we've missed, always an inner urge or social pressure to resist. And this is the Passover meaning, that we must see ourselves as if we're still leaving. So when I look at my children's eyes all gleaming from the excitement of the stories we're reading, I begin my Seder with the same small plea that I've said before and my father used to tell me. This year we are slaves, but next year, may we finally be free.